The way we consume and share news today is largely rooted in social media outlets, the reason why it's crucial to look at what's being discussed online. From the hottest issues to trends for our daily social media minute, we're joined by Erica. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
All right, so he's being spotted everywhere. I see him on my social media.
Yeah.
Just every other post, and I guess it makes sense. He's one of the most celebrated members of BTS. Actually, he's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, definitely. And he's making headlines everywhere.
Who?
Jimin.
Jimin, yeah.
From BTS, of course. The latest album from Jimin, it's his first solo album, in fact, has reached a huge new milestone. On its first day that the album became available, the album titled Face sold 1,021,532 physical copies worldwide. And this is according to South Korea's real-time album sales website, Hunter Chart.
It's a big deal, even for BTS, because album is, as we've talked about a number of times, a collectible today. We stream music, don't we?
That's right.
Now, hitting that 1 million mark is substantial, no matter which country's industry, but Jimin's feat is extraordinary because it is a first ever for apparently a solo artist in Korea.
Yes, first ever for a soloist in Korea. And the amazing thing is it all happened within 24 hours after the album became available.
Okay.
The album ranks as one of the biggest day one openings ever for South Korea as well.
Okay, that's really surprising because I think we've had a lot of solo artists out there who were, popular, to say the least. So, okay, then which solo artist recorded the highest first day sales total before Jimin just broke that record?
It was not too long ago, actually. It was trot singer Im Young-un, who sold 940,624 copies of his debut solo album last year.
It's really funny because I meet my parents' friends from time to time. And these are people, who like music, but not pop culture. And they would have shied away from trot so easily just a few years ago. And over the weekend, one of them said, I'm just like a quiet Im Young-un fan.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, what? Where is this coming from? I was
well, there you go.
Just everyone. Everyone's a fan.
In the U.S., the last artist to move more album copies was Taylor Swift. Her Midnights album from late last year moved 1.578 million units in its first week. This is according to Billboard.
Okay.
Of those units, 1.14 million copies came from album purchases.
So this is a big deal by measuring international standards.
Yep, that's right.
That's
exactly.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Jimin's Face ranks 9th in the biggest ever first day of sales for Korean albums because we have to take into consideration albums sold by groups, not solo artists. So Map of the Soul 7 by BTS still ranks as the biggest 24-hour opening with more than 2.65 million copies sold.
So to date, it turns out BTS is the only act from Korea to sell more than 2 million copies of an album on the first day.
On the first day. Now, elsewhere, top K-pop groups like Tomorrow by Together, 17, Stray Kids, and Blackpink rank in the top 10 among first-day Korean album sales. You have to notice K-pop soloists, they tend to sell slightly lower compared to groups, despite band members' individual popularity. But it looks like Jimin is proving to be a major competition for groups as well. The massive first day numbers from Jimin show the ongoing significance of physical albums in South Korea, which, by the way, is officially the 7th largest music industry in the world.
But let's be clear, there is a big difference between first and second place. And I was actually pleasantly surprised to find that even though K-pop has such a big portion of the pie in the world, and I can't deny the significance, I'm not trying to undermine this achievement, by the way. I was just shocked to find that according to Bang Si-hyuk of HYBE, K-pop still only takes up 3 to 5% of the entire pop sector. And I thought that's something, right? And so that what I mean is there's still more to conquer.
I know. Although it feels like we have conquered.
Right.
Yep.
And I don't know what that says about media coverage. I mean, we're really excited about this moment, and the fan base is, well, they roar at us, so we can't deny that they're significant, but there's still more to be done.
Yep.
And it seems that boys of the BTS are very well aware.
Right.
All right.
So, other than selling more than 1 million copies on the first day, within 24 hours, the album lets us see the new musical stylings of Jimin. It also gives him space, I guess, to share a part of himself beyond, the superstar that he is on stage, performing with all the boys.
I've got to say, his appearance on talk shows all by his lonesome is actually really fun to watch. Check that out. All right, on to our second buzzword of the day. Shita Market in Shenyang, a bustling Korean cultural hub. It's apparently revitalized. Lots of people.
That's right. COVID restrictions have been lifted in China as well.
People can travel within the country.
Yes, that's right. Just got a call from one of my best friends. She lives in Chengdu, and she's like, finally, you can come visit me. And she's been there since September of, 2021? No. And I still haven't been able to visit because of COVID.
Okay, now is your golden opportunity. And if this is your thing, you can go there and have Korean food.
I know, right? Well, anyways, Korean food, Korean culture is very popular amongst young Chinese people these days. And the Shita Market in Shenyang is overflowing, apparently, with visitors every weekend. It's impossible to find an empty table at Korean restaurants without making prior reservations. And, food stalls selling everything from kimchi and side dishes. Everyone's super busy taking orders.
I've got to say, even when I go grocery shopping overseas and not in the state of California, like I was in Illinois, I was in Wyoming, and I was pleasantly surprised to just find kimchi so casually amongst any grocery store. And there's kind of like a cool factor to it now. If you can understand the taste of kimchi, you're cool.
But, foreign chefs, Western chefs, they talk about kimchi like it's just pickles.
Exactly.
It's so commonly consumed there.
How times have changed.
Yeah.
Okay, so besides kimchi, what are some of the more popular foods?
The staples include 붕어빵.
That's funny, right?
어묵, 떡볶이, and kimbap. Makgeolli, which are brewed and bottled right on the spot, is also very, very popular.
Look at that. That's a pretty wide range.
People line up behind stalls to get a taste of makgeolli.
I see something in common, though. Street food always garners so much attention. Most of those are street food, right?
Yeah, most of them are street food.
Okay. Tell us more about this neighborhood in Shenyang. Has it always been sort of a Korean culture hotspot?
Yes, it kind of has been. This neighborhood, Shita, Korean neighborhood in Shenyang, it was established nearly 100 years ago. This well-known Koreatown in the northeastern part of China is home to over 30,000 Korean ethnic minorities. Right. And the central landmark of this Koreatown is Shita Street, which stretches a distance of 682 meters. There are supermarkets, banks, salons, malls. It's a very commercial area. It offers every element of food, culture, entertainment, and everyday life that is unique to the customs and culture of Koreans living there. And visitors commonly call Shita Street the Little Seoul in Seoul in North China. And this street becomes alive after sunset all the way until the wee hours of the morning. Sometimes there are traffic jams even in the middle of the night, because it attracts so many customers, diners, clubbers as well, looking for some fun and good eats as well.
That's kind of funny, right? They took all elements of Seoul City, like the hustle and bustle, and then late at night. That's
exactly.
Really funny.
But here's something you don't find in a very busy area of Seoul. Many of the waiting staff at the dining venues wear hanbok, traditional Korean attire, and they're trained to sort of receive guests in proper Korean etiquette as well.
I'm a little guilty to say I have no idea what proper Korean etiquette is.
I know, just being polite. I guess. 안녕하세요, 어서 오세요.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, the area, like you said, has always been popular, but one of the reasons for the recent boost in the number of visitors is because of, YouTube
What
content.
Else? What else?
Yep. Young creators have been posting videos of street food stalls and introducing popular eats on their YouTube channels, and that's why more and more young people are flocking over to this area.
I do wonder, because I've never been to Shita Street, how it compares to maybe different Korea towns across the world
Yeah.
because the K towns I'm familiar with is LA.
Of course.
That's just like an identical carbon copy of Seoul
Yeah.
City. So that's a little different. But I would love to visit now that
Same.
the airways are open
Yep.
and you can go too.
Absolutely.
All right, on to our final story today. Yeah, I don't have a nice way to put this. An idiot jumps off a 3-story building into Venice Canal. Mayor wants to give him a certificate of, get this, stupidity.
Yeah. The mayor of Venice, Luigi Brugnano, has tweeted a video of this man jumping from a 3-story building into the canal in Venice and called him an idiot, basically.
Yeah.
He said, quote, "We're trying to identify him, to report him and his buddy below who made the stupid video for social media."
You know, I gotta say, for a mayor, that's a very, very striking language.
So the man is, he's seen wearing boxers and he's belly flopping into the canal below. And, he emerges from the water. He's unharmed. And his buddy, who filmed the entire thing unfold, hands over a towel. All of this have been caught on video.
The fact that he looks so proud to have achieved this, I think that makes it so distasteful. And I don't know what kind of message you want to send out there. But now, if the two people who are involved in this video turn out to be tourists, it would be the latest in a long line of unruly, just poor etiquette travelers to Italy.
That's right. I've seen so many over the past year alone. Last week, for example, an American tourist ended up with a $500 fine for driving his Ferrari without a permit. He was driving the wrong way and driving in a pedestrian area in Florence. Last year, an Australian tourist was forced to apologize after he was caught riding a moped on the outskirts of the famed Italian archaeological site of Pompeii. There's so many. Remember that incident where the 2 American tourists, they threw electric scooters down Rome's Spanish Steps?
Yeah.
A Saudi tourist got a fine for driving a Maserati down the same tourist attraction, the Spanish Steps. The list just goes on. I can't even mention all of it. I have it here, but you get the idea.
I do get the idea. I mean, I understand being brave is one thing.
Yeah.
Being stupid is a whole nother. And if you can't tell the two apart, my God.
There's a lot of stealing apparently as well.
No.
Back in 2019, a British tourist was arrested for allegedly trying to take some mosaic tiles from the site of Pompeii, and she's believed to have caused up to $3,200 worth of damage. It's not about the money, though.
It's
Why would you
not.
take stuff from
An historic
Yeah.
archaeological site?
exactly?
The fact that we have to explain that to you, I don't know. I judge so hard.
Safe.
I think that's what the story's meant to do.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Erica.
Pleasure.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
If you're listening to our program using the podcast service, just a reminder that we do go live Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Korea Standard Time. So tune in and help us make the show more informative by giving us your input. See you bright and early on Good Morning Seoul.